This is the Technology 198 final project by Israel Hester. How has technology affected the quality of life for women in your country or region with respect to information technology? Social technology empowerment and economic development in Turkey and Taiwan for women. This is Maslow's quality of life. Maslow states that in order to move up in the quality of life, one must first meet the area below. For example, in order to obtain safety, one must first meet the physiological needs of oneself. Maslow's quality of life will be used throughout this presentation. Taiwan, the 21st largest economy, ranked highly in education, freedom of the press, healthcare, etc. However, women must work 55 more days extra to equal the men's yearly salary. This translates into 15% less pay in women compared to men. Turkey ranks 130 out of 145 in economic participation and opportunity. Women make 38% less than men in the same field. This lack of technology has affected women's ability to enhance their quality of life. Maslow's. These disparities in both Taiwan and Turkey in some ways affect women's ability to provide the most basic safety needs of Maslow's hierarchy because of these disparities in income and how they can be affected in these areas. The Internet. Access to the Internet allows for increased access to technology. These include access to education, healthcare, business, and finance. 1 in 10 have access to regular Internet in developing countries. Companies such as Facebook and Google are making efforts to provide access to Internet in areas with minimal infrastructure. Gender gap. Women make as much as men did 10 years ago. Gaps have begun to narrow in areas such as healthcare and education, but remain high in politics, opportunity, and participation. Women face greater resistance to authority, and they also receive less support. However, women who make it to the top tend to demonstrate high levels of leadership and skill sets. Social technologies. Internet allows access to communication. Social network platforms are increasing methods of communication. This access allows for greater collaboration and thus increased job development, industry development, knowledge sharing, skill development, and competition. These developments allow women to have greater access to technology and increasingly collaborate with others to close the so-called gender gap. How does this apply to Maslow's? These increases in access to technology can further women's advancement and equality in the workplace. This increase can affect women's self-esteem in Maslow's quality of life hierarchy. In a survey of women in Taiwan and Turkey, the average age of the Taiwanese women was 37, in comparison to 34 years of age in Turkey. 53% were married in Taiwan compared to 51% in Turkey. 88.5% worked in corporate compared to 11.5% who own their own business in Taiwan, and conversely 97.7% work in corporate, whereas only 2.3% own businesses in Turkey. The use of social technologies for business. Social technology has increased communication amongst businesses and thus increased opportunity for women. Here is a list of the top 5 social technology businesses that women utilize in Taiwan and Turkey. These include Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. As seen by the display, you can see the different percentages of use in women within the workplace for each of these companies. Use of social technologies for business. The use of these social technologies allow collaboration, customer service, exposure, new customers, revenue, marketing, relationships, and recruitment. In a survey of women regarding the use of social technologies for business, 95% of respondents from both countries responded yes when asked if the use of social technology has an effect on the empowerment of women. In conclusion, social technologies empower women in the workplace in Turkey and Taiwan. These technology companies include Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Women utilize these platforms to increase collaboration, customer service, exposure, new customers, revenue, marketing, relationships, and recruitment. Increased access to this technology in areas with poor infrastructure enhances the above for women and improves their quality of life. Women can reach self-actualization and thus reach the pinnacle of Maslow's hierarchy through continued advancements in technology and equality. Thank you very much.